at Goodyear, just north of Fayetteville, getting our first load. And it's a preload going to York, PA. But the load is not ready yet, so I'm waiting on the yard jockey to bring the load or the trailer down here. I've seen them come in with with one of our trailers, but I don't know what the trailer number is, so I don't know if it's the one I'm getting. But he didn't drop off any paperwork with the trailer, so he brought the trailer down here, but didn't have any paperwork with it. So the guy here in the shack here, he doesn't know if that's the one I'm supposed to get or not. And even if it is, I can't take off with it until I get paperwork. So we're gonna wait for a few minutes and see if he comes back with that paperwork or another trailer. So stay tuned. Oh boy, it is hot. So okay, yeah, I got my loaded trailer. I had to wait a bit. It was already loaded, but it was sitting down at the main facility where they load them at. The drop yard is behind me. It's, I don't know, maybe a mile or maybe less than that. Got to go out to the main street, come down, and then come back on the other side of the plant. So it's not that far away, but driving it's about a mile. But I got the trailer, I got the paperwork, I'm ready to roll. I think I'm gonna stop in Kinley at that big Petro there, and I need to get some curtains because I don't think I'm gonna like, you know, these cabin curtains here, because yeah, I got no window curtains, and I like window curtains and not those cab curtains. So curtains, what did I say, curtains. So I'm gonna stop at the Petro and see if they got some, and I may see if they got some floor mats, because they didn't give me any floor mats. So we're gonna take off and get up the road, and I don't know if we'll deliver this tonight or not. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, we'll see, but I'll see you up the road. Okay, so welcome to Riddlesburg, Pennsylvania. So yesterday we picked up this load of tires. It was a preload, and it was going to York, and the place where I was going was 24 hours, so I could have got there last night and got rid of it. It was a drop and hook. But if I had done that, that would have put me going through DC right at the middle of rush hour. So I figured, well, maybe just stop short and then get up early in the morning and get on up there, which is what I did. So I stopped just north of Rutherglen, Virginia, and then got up at 3:30 this morning, got ready to go, did my pre-trip and all that, and left out just, well, about 4 o'clock this morning. Got on through DC, no problems, and it was about 7 when I got to York, and that was pretty simple. It was a drop and hook, so it was an easy in, put the trailer at a door, then grabbed an empty and got out of there. And so then they gave me this load here, picking up in Riddlesburg, about 90 miles away if you go the truck route. And this load goes to Brooklyn, Ohio, not New York. But it did say Brooklyn, New York on my load assignment. So the way they do it is they send you your load assignment through your email. And the address was 8500 Clinton Road, Brooklyn, New York. So I said, okay. So I look it up, and I'm typing in Brooklyn, 8500 Clinton Road, but it kept trying to give me street, Clinton Street. So I looked that up, and that pointed me towards like a residential area. So I'm like, well, that can't be it. So then I looked at 8500 Brooklyn Avenue, and that did the same thing. It pointed me towards a residential area. So I'm like, well, what's going on here? This ain't right. And so there is no Brooklyn, or I don't know, I keep saying Brooklyn. There is no Clinton Road in Brooklyn. There's a street and an avenue, but no road. So I got to looking at the at the address again, and then I noticed the zip code was 44144. And then I'm like, okay, that's not a New York zip code. So I typed in the whole address, and sure enough, it wasn't New York, it was Ohio. And I was using Google Maps, and Google Maps is pretty good about, you know, once you start typing in an address, it'll find it before you can finish typing. And I noticed when I was typing Clinton Road, the first result would pop up Brooklyn, Ohio. And so I'm like, well, that's got to be it, right? Okay, I mean, the 44144, I'm not like, okay, that's not New York. So I looked that up, and that's Ohio. And yeah, so anyway, I typed in the whole address, and sure enough, it was Ohio. The place that I'm going to, the name of it, which is Petro Choice. Once I put in the whole address, it dropped a pin right on the place called Petro Choice of Brooklyn or something like that. So yeah, we're not going to Brooklyn. We're not going to New York. We're going to Ohio. And Brooklyn's over by Cleveland. I think it's just south of Cleveland. So we'll drop that at 8 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, hopefully from there we'll turn and head back towards the house. And we got some issues with the truck, or well, not the truck, but my gadgets. As you can see, my dash cam is off because all day it has been going off and on all day. Now, yesterday it worked fine. It stayed on the whole day, no issues. Today, it would go off, come on, go off, come on. It just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I don't think it's the dash cam. I think it's a power issue, just where I got it plugged in at. Yeah, this is a little hole-in-the-wall town here. I think this is the main road going into town. The town's not that big. And the highway is just in front of that mountain. Yeah, you see the left and right arrow there. That's Highway 26. And that's coming, I came from the left. So I turned right down on this street here. And I thought I was going over here across the street, but I pulled in over there, and the guy said, no, you need to go across the street. But I think that building is the same company as this here. But he told me, no, just go over there, back up to the dock, and then there was a door up here at the corner of this building. I went in there and talked to the guy. So, all right, so upon further review, it was not the power source that I was using. So I disconnected the USB from where I had it plugged in at, and I plugged it in to this guy right here. This is a 6-port multi-charger here that has AC power. So this is plugged straight into the inverter. So I plugged it into here, and it was doing the same thing. It kept turning off and turning on, and it just kept doing that all day long. So it's not a power issue. Yes, the only thing I can think of is that it could be the charging cable that I bought, because that's not the charging cable that I was using in the Freightliner. So yeah, I spent a lot of time installing that cable in that Freightliner, and I don't know, an hour and a half I think it took me to route that thing and get it all nice and pretty, and I just didn't feel like taking it back out. Cables aren't that expensive, so I just ordered a new one on Amazon, and apparently I got a dud, because I think I bought the same cable that I had in the Freightliner that I put in here, but this one didn't work. So if it's not that cable, then it's the camera itself that's crapping out. But I got another cable in here. It's only like, I think it's like 12 inches long, and that's it. So tonight I'm gonna plug the camera in using that little 12-inch cord and plug it into that multi-port charger and see if that fixes it. And another issue I had is right there where it's mounted. I didn't think about it at the time, but my windshield wipers don't reach up there. So when it rains, you don't really get a good view out of that camera because the windshield wipers don't reach it. So I'm gonna have to move it. But for right now, I got my old Cobra out, and it's been working fine, no issues with it. I may just leave it in here if I can't figure out what the problem is with the Rexing. So like I said, I'll plug that thing in tonight using that short cable, and we'll see what happens. Maybe Rexing owes me a new camera, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so the first week here has actually been pretty decent. I know the image is crappy here, but that's the best I can do. Let's see if I can open this. Let's open that. Open. It ain't much better, but anyway. So Monday we started out in Fayetteville. I picked up that load of tires. I took that up to York, PA. Did a drop and hook there Tuesday morning. And then went to Riddlesburg, PA, and picked up a load there Tuesday midday, and took that to Ohio, Brooklyn, Ohio, with a Wednesday morning drop, and then left from there, went straight to Greenville, Pennsylvania, picked up another load Wednesday afternoon, and delivered that this morning, which is Thursday. Delivered that in Louisville, Kentucky, and left there, went to pretty much downtown Louisville, not quite downtown, just south of downtown, but the old part of Louisville, and picked up the load that I got now, and this load delivers to Durham, North Carolina. So we'll get that off in the morning, and then from there, I don't know what they have in store for me. They may send me to Fayetteville. They may send me on another load. Who knows? They may run me over the weekend because I do have Monday off. I got a doctor's appointment. So, but tomorrow we'll find out, and we'll see what we get for the rest of the week. But as of right now, I'm going to hit about 2,000 miles for this week, which isn't great, but it's, you know, it's okay, considering what's going on with this industry. You know, I'll take 2,000 miles. I mean, that's better than what I was doing at Heartland. But so far, I like this company. I've only been here a week, but everybody's treated me good so far. They're trying their damnedest to put loads together and keep us running. And I mean, I've been hustling all week pretty much. So, but yeah, I think I'll go ahead and end this video here and start up another one next week. And you know, hopefully next week could be better. So, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Yes, sir, buddy. A little bit tight up in here. We're in pretty much downtown Louisville. Well, not really downtown, but south of downtown. A little tight up in here, a little busy. So they load tankers over there, and then they got reefers over here at this dock, but I think I'm, excuse me, I think I'm loading over there too. I don't see any other docks. The guy told me that once these trucks get out, and then this guy here, he got here before me, so they'll put him out the door, and then it'll be my turn. So hopefully it won't be long before I hit the dock and get loaded and head back to North Carolina. Thanks,